And there you go. Again, the gameplay is all so simple. You just wait for the stuff to kill each other and then you explode them. Nothing changed. And again, unless you yourself are going to fuck up, it's hard for you to die naturally. Super mana potion. It's just the gameplay that you're going to be getting if you're playing this class. They disappear? No, they are not. Well, that's good. That's fucking amazing. Stop with this, I can't use this yet. Can't use this yet. Since I'm not using Decrepify as of right now, some skeletons do die off. Don't look at the skeleton mages because they aren't yet balanced. So they will going to die. Ain't that something?
I can't use this yet.
Though once again, when it comes to like why this class is not so much for farming, that's just because, like, if you do not have Enigma and stuff, the army, a lot of it will just going to be standing there and just waiting because the spaces are narrow, they cannot stack one on top of another. Basically, the good old handicaps playing this class archetype. Which, although some may say that, nah, it's nothing. Like, I've played modern action RPG games, and for me, it matters. I want to be in full control over what is happening when I'm playing as a summoner class. I don't want to be stopped by nonsense. Like, well, they couldn't do this, or they couldn't do that. Things like that. Oh, by the way, completely forgot.
I need mana.
Time to summon some stuff.
I need mana.
Which is entirely like, when we are speaking about this whole like idea of balancing stuff and like making skeleton mages more viable, one of the easiest ways for you to do, for them to do so, is to like give us a choice. Whether we are going like one way, which is the way of using the skeleton army, using the mages and stuff, or we go the other way, which is like we are going revive. but actually I would rather go with mages. I don't really like revive.
I can't use this yet.
Revive is sort of having a lot, but having like those monsters are more often than not, they are simply like a little bit better version of the summons you currently have, which is not saying much. I would rather have like
I can't use this yet.
more useful things.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
Which again, another thing that makes you believe that this class is extremely safe is the absolute lack of area of effect stuff from monsters, and the fact that you are covered by insane amount of meat shields. Like I've seen there was a person who was like, oh, I don't like how they like done necromancer in Diablo 3. He is squishy and like there are no good skills for you to use if you're playing him, and I'd be like, it's impossible to compare this, like, and there is no need to compare him from D2, like the necromancer from D2 and the necromancer from D3. And the reason for that is pretty simple. Lo and behold, in this fucking game, because there is no meaningful AoE coming from monsters that can hit you from behind, your army and your pets are extremely tanky, and everything just being solved by the skeletons. If we compare like the summoners from D3 and D2, it is fucking obvious why you would think that's the necromancer from D2 is of course going to be much more safe. That's just because you are not pressured by anything. By what exactly are you pressured in D2 playing as a summoner? If you are not fighting against things like those ghosts, which then again you can also use fucking bone armor if you are pressured by it. But lo and behold, it's so poor to compare those two, because it just literally makes no sense to compare them. They may be the same class, but they sure are not the same class. In Diablo 3 there is just much more stuff when it comes to like AoE and things like that. Okay. Well, that's poop, but I need money, so I'm going to keep it. Okay, fine. Our next destination point is Act 5. We are going after Bale. By the way, my current summoning skills is like this. 33, 33, 11, 11, 29, and 11. And 11 into Gold Mastery.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
This is like not the max, absolutely. The reason why this is not the max is because of the fact that you can go deeper into investment. You can get torch, you can get plus skills from other sources. For me, the current number is decent enough. As it allows me to farm properly, to do a lot of stuff.
can't use this yet.
Next.
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet. I can't use
And another thing that people seems to misunderstand about this particular class when it comes to like comparing to Diablo 3 Necromancer is that outside of that insane tankiness that you get, because nothing can really get through your army and damage you. Another important thing is that, well, lo and behold, the corpse explosion is kind of broken in this game. This is why I'm saying, like, it's kind of dumb to compare. And yes, I never used the things such as those big guys with crushing blow to fight bosses. I know the strategy, but unless you're pushing for fast kills on bosses, it does not matter. As you can see right now, it's entirely pointless. You can just go with your standard setup, just beat the shit out of bosses, and that's it. Well, beat the shit, I mean, wait until your army beats the shit out of bosses. The items are as follows: Armor of the King Leoric, Homunculus, Trangle's Armor, Harlequin Helmet, which is Shackle, the Trangle's Gloves, the Arachnid Smash, War Travelers, Ravenfrost, Nagel Ring, because I didn't find, like, I had some options, but decided to go with more MF, I guess. This one just to plus the skills, mostly. And on the swap I have the green teleport staff, and that's it. I don't have Torch, I don't have that other thing which you get from the pseudo Diablo, and when it comes to skillers, I don't even have skillers for the necromancer. So yeah, delightful. Your mercenary does not need to have a other aura besides might aura, to be completely honest, because like freeze aura is useless on a summoner. You get the golem, plus you get the chance to have the skeletal mages who are shooting ice bolts to freeze stuff. So it's like, why would you want to have even more freeze? Just count how many shit he does. Like it's like one attack per 5 seconds or so. So it's pointless. And again, this is an example of why, when you are playing as a necromancer summoner, like why you cannot really compare this to necromancer from Diablo 3, especially when we are speaking about defense wise. It's because this is like uncomparable and should not even be compared. Here you just stand and shit on bosses just by standing. it's not even like in Grim Dawn you can't really do that, because in Grim Dawn there is aggression system. Worse than in MMORPGs, but there is an aggression system. And the monsters, bosses will going to chase you, they will going to attack you, so you can just stand in one place and just shit on everything. So yeah, uncomparable. Definitely uncomparable.